Did you know that printable planners and coloring books make a lot of money on Etsy, especially if you combine them together just like this new niche? In this video, I'll walk you through how to create a printable coloring book planner. You could even sell these on Amazon KDP or create them for digital use. Watch. So first I'm going to go to playground.com and I'm going to do a search for coloring page. So there's a large catalog that you could choose from and even edit. These do have commercial use, so I could easily resell them. So I'm going to select on this March design right here. And as you can see on the left-hand side, there are similar templates that we could use for additional months or different types of designs. So I'm going to click export at the top right so you can download the graphic for free, or if you have the pro version, you could upscale it and also remove the background. So if you're selling PNGs, you could remove the background directly in here, or if you're creating a printable, you can make sure it's nice and crisp. Let's go back and add a prompt. So now I want to change March to April and add Easter eggs, Easter bunnies, flowers, trees, lots of springtime elements. So it's updated the month as well as the graphics around it. I'm going to export this so I can download it. So I created the May version. And for the June version, I'm going to go back to that original template. So I'm going to prompt it to update to June and then ask it to add beachy elements like sunglasses, ice creams, beach balls, stuff like that. So I'm going to use the same prompt for the remaining months of the year. Now that I have all 12 months, I'm going to hop into Canva and create an 8.5 by 11 inch design. And before I add my designs, I want to add rulers and guides. So under settings, select show rulers and guides, and a ruler will appear at the left and top sides. Click and drag the ruler to activate the guide. I'm moving it to around 0.38 inches. And then I'm going to add a square and resize it to the margin. So this is just a little shortcut so I can quickly click and drag the guides over each side. Now that that's ready, let's upload our graphics and add our first design. So I'm going to adjust the sides. This way I could crop out that pre-made border. Sometimes AI graphics aren't perfectly consistent with each iteration. So I want to create my own border to make sure everything is consistent on each page. So let's add a square. So I'm going to make the line weight 5 to match the thickness around the majority of the illustrations. And just resize that to fit the margins. You could always resize the graphic, but it might crop a few items. So I'm fine just kind of cropping out the sides and having a little bit of space between each side. Then I'm going to duplicate my page. And since I uploaded all my graphics to the uploads folder, I'm just going to select February and click and drag it on top of this duplicated illustration. You might have to adjust the crop a bit and resize it. All right, so now that we have both January and February, let's duplicate the page again. So I'm going to press Control D or Command D as a shortcut to duplicate. And now let's add March. So you might have to go in and just recrop it a little to make sure the lines are removed. I'm going to do the same for April, and then I'll add May and June. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up a bit. I'm going to add the remaining individual monthly pages. So now that we have all 12 months, let's go ahead and make our monthly and weekly pages. So I'm going to duplicate the January page and then just crop out the illustration around it. So that way January could be at the top. Then under the apps, we're going to do a search for Calendar Maker. So I love this app because you can create a calendar super quickly. So I'm going to select January of 2026. You could also edit the font and the colors, the background. So everything is super customizable. All right, so let's add that to the design. And if you want to resize everything, select the top left cell in the bottom right while holding Shift. So selecting both of these while holding Shift and resizing. So I'm just going to go ahead and adjust the alignment and also update the font. So I want to find a font that works really well with that January headline. So let's make the calendar lines a bit thicker to match that border. So select that top left and bottom right cell and hold Shift. Then select the border at the top bar. So we're going to increase the border weight for the calendar to match the outline border. So I want to add a note section at the bottom. So I'm just going to duplicate the large border so that way all the lines can be consistent, resize the box, and then add a few lines with that same border weight to the right. So this could be a note section and a to-do section for people who are filling out the calendar. So now that we have our monthly cover and our monthly calendar, let's duplicate the monthly calendar so we could create a weekly schedule page. So I just want to create a simple design where I'm going to list Monday through Sunday. They're going to be aligned at the left, and I'm just going to add a simple line across each day of the week. So that way someone could write directly under that line based off of the day of the week. I'm even going to readjust the size of the word January. So I want the month to be a little smaller. I'm just going to update Wednesday to correct that. So it's a pretty simple design. You don't have to go too crazy with this. So let's create February's calendar. So I'm going to duplicate the January calendar, move it over, and then copy the February graphic. So this way we could crop out the word February and add it on top. So to quickly add the calendar, instead of having to rebuild it from scratch, I'm just going to add the February version. Then directly below the days of the week, we're going to select that first cell on the left, hold Shift, and the bottom cell on the right. I'm going to copy those numbers, or you can cut them out. It's up to you. Delete that table. Then I'm also going to select those same exact cells in this large table and then paste the numbers. So this is just a quicker way to update the calendar for each page. Now I'm going to duplicate the weekly calendar for January and update it for February. So I'm just going to copy that month graphic and place it on there. You could also reuse graphics from those monthly cover pages. So just copy and paste the graphic onto the calendar and resize the box so you could crop out individual graphics. This way, each monthly calendar can include its own little illustration. So now I'm going to apply this to each month of the year. So all 12 months are now created. I'm going to go back into Playground and create my cover graphic. Now that everything is completed, let's go ahead and save this. So I'm going to save it as a PDF print. Since this is a printable planner, I want to make sure the quality is a little better, which is why I'm selecting PDF print. You can go back in and duplicate the weekly pages 5 times, so each month can have 5 weeks, but that's really up to you. Your customer could always print this out 4 more times if they like. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure to comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.